Well, hello, Gary McCarty, Indie Wealth Coach. How you doing today? Hey, going to talk a little bit about something that a lot of people think is boring and won't take up a lot of your time. We're going to talk a little bit about life insurance, and in particular, we're going to talk about a study that recently came out in our industry regarding life insurance. And we're going to talk about the reason why people don't buy life insurance. There were two main reasons that people gave in this survey as to why they hadn't bought life insurance. Those two reasons were that there were competing financial priorities. In other words, there were bills, there were other obligations, maybe there were some investments or other things that the people were doing that competed with the dollar that they could have put towards the life insurance premium, so they chose not to buy the life insurance. Another reason was that they just plain didn't think they could afford it. Now, what's interesting is the study showed that consumers overestimated the cost of life insurance by as much as 3 times. You know, life insurance is not as expensive as a lot of people think. Now, another factor, 6 out of 10 consumers don't recall ever being approached to buy life insurance in the last 2 years in this study. So that's kind of a disturbing thought that people aren't even asking the question. So if you were asked, what would you do? Now, 35% of the consumers met with a sales representative, a life insurance agent, but they still haven't bought life insurance. They said the reason they haven't bought was quite simple. They were just never followed up with by their sales representative. And one of the last points that came out was this. Consumers, like yourself, they lack knowledge about life insurance, and that's keeping people from buying. In fact, 12% couldn't decide what type of insurance to buy or how much they needed, while 10% were afraid that they'd make the wrong decision, and 8% didn't know enough about life insurance to even talk about it. Now, the reason why I became a wealth coach is quite simple. When I was first getting started in the work world, I worked for companies that offered benefits. And typically I would speak with my manager, I would speak with maybe a coworker or a representative of the human resources department, asking them, how much of a deductible do I put in? Do I need this life insurance? Should I go 1 times my salary, 5 times my salary? What about this 401k? Where should I put my money? How much of my money should I put in? I know you say you're going to match part of the money I put in, so how much should I put in? Should I put 10% of my pay in, 8% of my pay, 4%? And what's real interesting was the people who I was asking were just like me. They were people who didn't understand the products. They may have some competing financial priorities of their own. So they had their personal ideas. So that's why I became a wealth coach. So I can help people like you who are watching this video not make the same mistakes that I did. Now, my name is Gary McCarty. I'm the Indie Wealth Coach. My information and contact information is on the screen. Would like to sit down, just chat with you. We can Skype if you'd like to Skype. If we need to go further and you're not in the state that I work in currently, I can always work on getting appointed to do business in your state. But again, my name is Gary McCarty. I hope this information has at least given you some thoughts about your personal life, and maybe we can get together and do some planning. Again, Gary McCarty, Indie Wealth Coach. Thanks a lot, and you have a great day.